Okay, Murray, thanks for agreeing to meet. Today, I just want to talk to you about the program and give me your thoughts now that you're done the program on, on how the program went yeah, give me your thoughts, how it went for you.
Yeah, the program's awesome because it took, like we talked about so much of this big, complex, almost like nebulous concepts out there and just made it so that those are always barriers of entry. And then your course we went through and just broke it down into simple, manageable steps that are easy to go through there and follow and navigate through. And then also too, when you try and go through there and do some of those steps, you got these like apprehension, like, okay, I'm just going to go do this and send money off into La La Land. And because you talked about that is like, hey, don't worry, you're gonna feel this way. So I felt when I was feeling that, it's like, okay, this is fine, this is to be expected. And then it all worked out. I'm like, okay, cool. Whereas that might have been something that I would be very hesitant to just sort of throw some money off and hopefully it lands. So I just had that the mechanics of how to do it, but then also then like that peace of mind saying, okay, this is what to expect. Like don't worry, don't panic. It's all good. So yeah, so it was mind blowing that whole experience that you put together.
Fantastic. So, how much do you know about crypto before we started the program?
Not much. I mean, just superficial, like curiosity around it. But then, you go and look into, okay, well, how do I even buy this stuff? It's like, I don't even know. So then again, you start looking, then it sounds complex. And then it's sort of, okay, just full stop of getting any deeper than just curiosity around it.
Okay. Yeah, I mean it's definitely weird from the outside. Now that you are went from the outside to the inside, was there anything you found surprising or like what's your take? Like what did you find now that you're kind of on the inside and you see crypto and in a different light?
I guess really a lot of stuff like sort of like the on the charts when you're going through there and putting these levels, like these levels of support and all this and now levels of resistance, like that was really just curious to go through and see how those mapped out and how they actually rang true time and time again. As opposed to seen before, it was just like this whole again this nebulous concept as to who knows why they go up and down and what's happening. I guess that side of the why I still don't really get or follow or totally comprehend it, but seems probably easier to understand quantum physics or something like that than it is the crypto space. But when you have some of those guidelines in there and it follows these patterns, like okay, then how you explain how Bitcoin is the ocean, then everything else rises at multitudes of it. Like okay, so that just sort of add a lot of context around it. So now, even if I'm not sure like what's driving everything, I have a better understanding as to okay, this is now what's to be expected as we're moving through this. So just add a lot of clarity to this, sort of murky confusing area.
Okay, right. With your clarity, so does that give you like what's your perspective on investing in crypto? Because I know before you didn't know much about it, you were curious, you had heard lots about it. But anyways, I don't want to leave too much, but what is now like? So it what's your the shift in perspective from before understanding it to now, if there was one, or how do you feel where's your head at with that?
I guess the shift in perspective was now like before it was like more of apprehension and yeah, just more like anxiety of going through there and doing some of this stuff, take some of these steps. So now it's shifted over more into just excitement and knowing that there's going to be the risks involved, but hey, that's okay. I'm keen to go and get into it and let it run, have some fun with it.
So what do you find exciting about it?
Just that I actually can do it. So it opened up this avenue that, and I was like, okay, now this is actually something that I can participate in. Whereas before it seemed like this thing that was off there and I couldn't do anything about it and didn't have the time to dig into it, to figure it all out, to make the mistakes and, go through there and probably lose a bunch of money on the mistakes. And, so all those are barriers. I felt like, oh, this cool thing that I'd love to be able to go through there and do and try, but I can't. And now it's like, all right, now I'm kind of behind the steering wheel and I can, go and take this thing and see where it goes.
Okay, cool. So was it what you thought it would be? Like when people talk about crypto investing, and it was like, what the hell is that? And now that you understand bull run investing, was it what you thought? Different?
Um, I guess, a little bit of both. Like, I thought the course was going to go through and help to, take all of your experience and then, summarize it and give me now like the rocket fuel for how to go and navigate through these steps. And it was exactly that. So that was just, spot on perfect. But where it was different was like a lot of the learning. Like, oh, I had no idea really what to expect to come through there and why this bull run, and even more clarity on the halving of Bitcoin and what that means. So like all of that was sort of new, and I didn't know, I guess, sort of what to expect. So that was, not expected in all that other context around the whole crypto world.
So why does it sound like you have confidence now? Like, do you feel you're going to be able to make a return on your investment?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. It is almost like there's no doubt in it. Like, I mean, there's obviously a little bit of doubt with it, but it's more, I guess, an excitement about it and all the pieces that you say going into because it goes and it blows up, then you know what? Hey, it's outside of anybody's control. But I mean, so much of it comes down to just like knowing you and how you attack, problems and your understanding and the depth of analysis you do and everything. So it's like if you're doing that, then now you teach me what to do. It's like, okay, like that's enough for me to just go through there and let that rest. You're now like my expert in this area, and that gives me a lot of that confidence to be able to move forward.
Nice, nice, nice. So, what would you tell somebody who's thinking about investing, or sorry, not someone who's thinking about investing, but what would you tell about somebody who's thinking about taking this course?
Just do it. Yeah, like yeah. If you have any curiosity on it, like there's nothing to lose by taking the course. Yeah, it's only an upside right now. Yeah, just start faster than delaying it anymore. Yeah, like now knowing this, if you were doing this, months ago, years ago, I would have been all over it and wish I had, but hey, better late than never. And yeah, so anybody else who's sitting there thinking about it, just jump on it now. Like don't delay.
Nice, 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 nice. Well, listen, man, I appreciate your time. I think it's fantastic. And let's talk a little about your background so people know a little bit more about your background.
Sure.
Because I get people from I'm sure
Yeah.
it'd be nice to know.
I'm a sports chiropractor and worked a lot with, I had like a multidisciplinary clinic here and then worked a lot with our national sports teams and professional teams. And that was sort of always going to keep me on the road and bouncing around and keep me busy. So now back to some of the crypto stuff, that's where like didn't have the time to be able to go and dig into it and really learn it. So it was like I could squeeze in 20 minutes here or a half hour there, but it wasn't enough to actually, get any kind of continuity to it. So that was always just a big barrier to be able to go through and push through. And then you just took it all and just sort of disseminated right down into a manageable task. So that really helped out for, me. And then also now going through a transition where I'm trying to go through that and back off a lot of that travel and time away from family. And now this is another exciting tool to be able to go through and offset some of that income in a new and exciting way. So
Nice.
that's where I'm at is in that transition from a lot of the travel, now more time at home. And this is a great way to sort of supplement that revenue and hopefully transition over to it almost, maybe not entirety, but the bulk of it.
Yeah. Well, super cool, man. Because yeah, as a former dentist, I understand a lot of that, the professional commitment and whatnot, and making a decision between, hey, do I continue down this path? Do I go back? For me, I was doing the coaching, consulting in dentistry, left it, dipped my toes in crypto, and then I wasn't sure if I was going to go back. But after I got a taste of crypto, I love it. I'm having so much fun, and I get to meet people like you from all over the world who are doing really cool things. Murray, I thank you for your time, my man. It's been a pleasure working with you and getting you to a point where you sound super excited and pumped. As of most of the people we're working with, they're just absolutely jacked for the bull run. I mean, I'm more excited than I don't want to let on because then it sounds like it's all hype. But I mean, I'm just excited for you and the difference it's going to make for you and everybody I work with. I think we're in for a really really good ride coming.
Right on. Well, yeah, thank you so much for putting this together. I know it was time consuming and learning through your own errors and efforts, but yeah, I really appreciate you putting it all together.
And my pleasure. Okay, thanks, Murray. We'll be chatting.
All right. See ya.
Okay, bye.